Hi everybody, it's Lorina here again today. Lorina Quigley, psychic, medium, energy healer, all-around mystic, and I now go by the Mystical Ex-Mormon is my YouTube name. Anyway, today I'm going to do a video. I am actually remaking my very first video, and I'm a little bit better at being on camera, not quite so shy. I feel a little more comfortable. So I want to just tell the story again about chanting and the flows of manifestation. Now, when I lived in New York City, this was like around 1987. I moved there in 85, lived there for 20 years. I lived above a Jewish deli called Geffen's. It was on 7th Avenue and I think between 27th and 28th Street, if I remember correctly, this tiny little Jewish deli. Lived above it, I think on the 3rd floor. Anyway, and that was right above the train, the subway. So you could hear the subway. You know, those movies where you can, people are hearing the subway underneath them? Yeah, that was my apartment. Now, it wasn't unlivable, because I can't remember how long I lived there. But yeah, and that was in the fashion district too. So that was exciting to be there. And anyway, we, somehow I ran into this person who was chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Now, if that sounds familiar to you, Tina Turner is probably the most famous person who popularized this chant. It comes from the Nichiren Daishonin sect of Buddhism, and it is a chant for manifestation. And if you saw her movie or have paid any attention to her, which a lot of people have certainly, that's pretty much what helped her, give her the strength to get out of the situation that she was in, which was really bad, and she needed help. Anyway, so she did a lot of that chanting. Anyway, I ran into somebody who taught me this, and so I started doing it. And also, when I was living in Brooklyn, at some point I was doing a lot of that chanting too. In fact, just a side story here, sorry. I think that's when I first started really becoming aware of seeing spirits. I lived in a haunted apartment with my roommate, Maureen. It was her apartment. I was the roommate. But so we chanted together. I chanted on my own too. Anyway, that's when I first became aware of, oh, there's somebody in this apartment. And every time I would chant, I would feel him around me. I mean, he left me alone. I mean, definitely had some extra paranormal experiences in that place, because he did some things. He did some poltergeisty kind of things, moving stuff around. But that was usually when she brought guys over, Maureen. Anyway, but that's when I really became aware of, I feel ghosts. I know they're here. And it was when I started chanting. Anyway, back to the original story. So I started doing this, and I started doing it with groups too, because they had a lot of people in groups doing this chanting, and it's very powerful. This chanting is very powerful, and what you do with it is it's supposed to be the miracle manifestor, and so that's what they called it, something like that. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, sure. I need a miracle. I need more money. I'm living in a crappy apartment above Geffen's Deli. You know, it wasn't terrible. Anyway, I could have used more money. And so anyway, so I chanted a lot, because, you know, I don't think I had a lot of friends at that time. I didn't have a lot of money to go hang out. So I was chanting, and you know, I'm very open and adventurous, and so I did it. And so what happened was, I decided one day that I wanted to know. I chanted to know why or how this works. It's like, show me how this works. I chanted for a couple of hours, like, this is what I want. I want to see how this works. And that was my character. It's like, I think maybe being raised Mormon, I was like, and being told a lot of things about belief systems and what the true church, what the truth is. That I want to know. I want to see it. I want to know how this works. Show me. And so that's what I chanted for. And I was determined. I mean, I sat down one day and just chanted in my bedroom for hours. Now, in the middle of this several hour chanting session, I got up and went to the bathroom and came back. Oh, and by the way, in those days, I don't know if they do it now, you were on your knees. You're actually sitting on your knees, like on your feet, on your knees, bent, and chanting. That's kind of painful, but I did it. Anyway, so I'm chanting. I came back from the bathroom. I started chanting some more. Anyway, and with fervor. I mean, like just Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And I had a Gahonzen, if you know what that is. That's the thing you look at when you're chanting as part of the chant, but you don't have to have one of those. But I got one. Disappeared many years ago. But anyway, I'm chanting away. This is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want. I want to know and see how this works. So soon after I came back from the bathroom, I kind of went into this altered state of consciousness. And I literally, it was like just my mind opened up and I could see this flow of energy going from my desire, from that action of making that chant, the vibration of it. I saw this energy going out like it was, well, I could see the earth. It was almost like I was outside of the earth and I could see the earth, but I could also see the universe. And this energy coming from me, going out to the middle of the universe, and I don't even know if the universe is the right word, going into the middle of that creation space, hitting a point, and then disappearing as far as like there was manifest and unmanifest. So, and then seeing this energy come back around into that very center point again, and then coming into my realm and hitting me. So what it was, I hope I'm describing this well. So it was like it was going out from me, out into the universe to that very center creation point, and then flowing to the unmanifest side, coming back to me, hitting that center point again, and then coming into fruition. Anyway, and it probably lasted less than 2 minutes, this vision, but I was like, it was super big. I was there watching it happen. And so, and for many years, I was like, what do I do with this information? I saw the flows of manifestation, how manifestation works. And since I know that, what do I do? What do I do with this? And I looked, and the internet became popular and you could actually look for things like that. And I did for quite some time. I have seen one or two things that are similar to this, but I have I did draw this. Anyway, I drew my little figure 8 infinity sign because this is what it looks like. So I want you to imagine that this is you, right? So let's get a close-up of that. Yes. There we go. Anyway, so imagine this is the manifest side. This is here, this reality. This is the unmanifest side. This is the creation point, right here, the point of manifestation in the middle. So everything is in process that we see continually, manifest, unmanifest, manifest, unmanifest, what we see, what we don't see. What we see, what we don't see. It's continually in movement, creating. And everything, I think, and this is how I see it. Is it accurate? I don't know. This is how I see it, that we are continually manifesting. And this is tiny, 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 but it's also huge, because sometimes you see those flows of manifestation of like the tube torus and the, what's it called? The universal flows energy flows, like because I've seen beings that are just light, that are flows of energy. I think that this is all part of that same thing. Anyway, different levels. Anyway, so what happens? So here we are, here on earth. I want this, I want whatever the thing is. Start chanting, and imagine what you want in your life and feel it. And as you chant, you can start creating that energy that will bring that to you. Will start breaking away some of those blocks that are in the way. I mean, and I've seen this work because I'm doing it again. It definitely works. So please do this. And that's why I'm making this. Please do this. So what happens, and this is what I was shown, that as you chant and imagine, feel, creating this energy around you that is the thing that you want and you are going to become. It becomes part of you. It comes out of you. Thoughts, deeds, actions, words, energy starts coming out. It hits this center point. And as it hits this point, it goes to the unmanifest side and starts gathering the energy around, bringing it back to you, to the point of creation, bringing it into your life as it hits right here. And so this is how it goes. So it's a way to work with energy, manifest, unmanifest. And so what I do with this sometimes is I do this like for energy healing sometimes. Well, quite often actually. And I have taught this in a energy healing class, to use this infinity sign as a way of helping you get information. And what I usually, and I'm giving you some good stuff here. So what I usually say is, I'll be looking at a point on somebody's body and going and saying in my head, all time and space, all time and space, all time and space. I want access to all time and space, which is right here. That's right here. The manifestation, the zero manifestation point, or the 0 point field. This is where it is created and brought to you. So what you can do is imagine seeing an infinity sign in that space. Like say you want to look at something, we'll in their third eye. What kind of information can I get? All time and space. Looking at their third eye, imagine that infinity sign going back and forth and back and forth, and then spin it and imagine going in. And as you say all time and space, all time and space, all time and space, it will start opening and accessing information from all time and space. And it works. Just try it. Just try it. You're accessing the field of manifestation, kind of moving that energy and going into that point, asking for access to it. It really works. Anyway, but besides just doing this, trying that technique, please try it. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And there are lots of YouTube videos where you can hear people chanting so that you can chant along with it, because we didn't have that back then. You just chanted on your own. And there are some are like 15 minutes, some are up to an hour, or maybe even 2 hours probably. And you can chant along with somebody who's already chanting. It makes it a little easier. And some are faster, some are slower, some are really fast. But hold in your mind what you want to bring into your life now, because I swear it makes you feel stronger, more confident, just better in general. But it works. And I've told this before in class before, and I did have one student come back and say, Lorina, I've been doing that a lot, and it really, really works. I don't worry about money anymore. How would that be? That's fabulous. Anyway, things just started flowing. So anyway, do the miracle chant, try it. Let me know how it goes for you. I want to hear about it, please. And I'm trying to do it every single day. Sometimes I don't get a chance to, but I usually do it for at least 15 minutes. I try and do it more like a half hour, but some people do it for a couple hours. I'm just telling you. So whatever, just start working with it. What do you want to create in your life? Try this chant. It works. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. All right. Well, let me know how it goes. Please like, share, and subscribe and all that good stuff. And have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.